So I've been trying to record a showdown live for the past hour, and every other battle I keep timing out. It's so annoying. It was part of the Battle Factory Road to Top 10, and I actually just keep timing out, and it's very, very frustrating. So I don't think I can actually record showdown today, but we're gonna do something different. A little thing, something I like to do, and I knew a few of my friends actually like to do it as well, is actually watch the replays of either Chimpact, Blunder, MV, CBB, pretty much in a tournament. So what we're going to be doing today is a nice Blunder showcase, and let's find some games. Because Blunder's been doing a lot of Smoke on Tour recently, so I'm sure we can get some games. We're going to be narrating it real quick. I'll narrate a couple games because I do want to get up a Pokemon video today, and I really am trying my best, but I just keep timing out, and it's actually frustrating the hell out of me. So hopefully you enjoy this little throwback with Blunder. I want to find a game where I know he got hacks too. That'd be a good game. But no, there's a bunch of Monotype here, so I guess we'll go back to the OU game. So we'll watch Blunder versus Century Express. Okay, so Blunder using the standard with Tyranitar over Jirachi and the other Mon over Keldeo. His Medicham versus some Keldeo Sand. I see right here. Medicham puts in a ton of work versus his opponent's team, depending on the set. Actually, this would be hard, but I think Landers also just smacks his opponent. Rotom is also very tough for his opponent to deal with, so let's go ahead and watch this with the music off real quick. See what he has to say here. Alright, so we got Rotom lead, alright, nice, versus Landers. Great, great. He can Will-O-Wisp right here, he can Hydro Pump, he can Volt Switch, automatically predicting him. Blunder is a man, so he might just Volt Switch right in. Yep. Doesn't want to let the Latios come in potentially so he can Pursuit Trap it. U-turns out into Medicham. Alright, great plays. Let's see if he Megas with the Fake Out. No, he automatically predicts the U-turn, assuming that it's Scarf. Let's see if Blunder Ice Punches right here. Come here, show me. There's a Zen Headbutt. Great play. Great plays all around. Blunder, I wonder if he goes for the high jump kick here. Okay. Blunder makes it. Oh my god, Blunder. Oh my god. So what Blunder expected there was the Ferrothorn or the Landers definitely on the U-turn, and if Ferrothorn would get the Iron Barbs on him, Landers would get the Rocky Helmet. So he doubled hard into Jirachi. Blunder predicted that immaculately, as he's able to high jump kick that Scarf Jirachi. Charizard comes out. We can see a Landers or a Latios coming in. Latios is good if it's Zard, X or Y even. As it goes for Will-O-Wisp, and unfortunately misses. Now, Blunder actually decides to surf, trying to catch Tyranitar. I see him. He'll do a lot, as the dude ends up going for the double Wisp. More than likely expecting a double, maybe into Landers or Medicham, predicting the Tyranitar. Very, very understandable play right there. So, let's see if Blunder goes for another Surf. He does go for another Surf, trying to catch Tyranitar. That is a very bulky Tar, so that's definitely not Scarf. It's probably Banded or Rocks. As, let's see the double Surf. I'm assuming he might go for Rocks right here. Yep. That was definitely a support Tar. Scarf Tar would be 2 KO by a Surf. Nice, nice, alright. Blunder, though, is losing his Keldeo answer, however. Keldeo is looking like a threat, especially if it's Scarf Keldeo. Even Specs Keldeo is very threatening. He does go down to the Burn plus the Sand. I could see potentially Medicham coming out here just because it could fake out something. Yep. Mega Medicham come out. The dude acknowledges Keldeo as a threat. Nice fake out damage. Okay, that's nice chip for potential Earthquake spam later on with a little bit of sand chip damage going on. Alright. Alright, let's see what we got here. So Blunder should go out into Tyranitar. It's pretty much useless. Yeah, I'll go T-Tar too, especially if the Landers is Choice Scarf. I think Landers is indeed Choice Scarf on this squad. So what he can do is go right out to Medicham again. Good, good. He's playing it well. He's trying to get the chip damage. The dude actually sees that coming and decides to go right out to Landers. Smart play. Doesn't want to let the... Oh my god, Blunder does not care though. Blunder fires off a high jump kick and OHKOs the Landers through Intimidate. Beautiful. So, Latios comes out. Ferrothorn or Rotom Wash should be the play. He actually makes the Rotom Wash play, so I definitely think he's Scarf Landers. I think what he's keeping is Ferrothorn alive for so the opponent cannot spam the Scald move or the Water move. So good plays all around, good plays. As he does go right for HP Fire, very solid play. Very, very solid play on Blunder's Fire. I see you, I see you. Let's see. Can we see a Volt Switch here? Nice double, hard double into Ferrothorn. And on the Draco, and the dude brings in his Will-O-Wisp Zard. So this is very bad. Turns out he's actually Will-O-Wisp and Flare Blitz. So that will put him in range of the knockoff from Landers, especially if it is Scarf Landers. Medicham ends up coming out though. Not sure if it is Scarf Landers then. As Fake Out's going to come out, the dude didn't want to risk high jump kick or anything like that. That's fine. It has to be Scarf Landers, right? At this point. BP, I think he's just trying to weaken it for the, he's definitely just trying to weaken it for the knockoff. Very good play. And Rotom can definitely come out. I think it is Scarf. This 100% lives, so I believe Volt Switch into U-turn should be able to pick off the Latios. Might be a roll on Latios right here. So I think Blunder has to win a 50-50 right here in order to get this right. Does he Earthquake on the on the Keldeo switch? I'm not even sure if the dude acknowledges the fact that this could be Scarf Landers. He does Earthquake, try to catch this Keldeo switch upon switching. What? He tried to catch Keldeo upon switching. I don't think Recover was ever the best play there, though. Never, no. If this was Landers with knockoff, Latios died. You either attack there, predicting the U-turn, predicting into Rotom, or you go hard into Keldeo, predicting a knockoff. But the dude ends up saying, Blunder already conceding defeat. It's okay, bro. As he is going to drop a Draco. And now it comes down to, I think what Blunder has to do is either Stone Edge crit. Nah, even that's not going to do anything. I don't think Recover was ever the play, though. U-turn was not the play Blunder was going for. It was either knockoff or Earthquake. So I think he definitely had to attack there or stay in. Obviously, it worked out for him anyway. But I do not think Recover was the play. But yeah, Keldeo is able to come through because it does knock it out with Scald regardless of it. Alright, Blunder, it's okay, bro. You got a couple of the games here. Let's see. You versus Teal 6, both very respectable players. Oh, and, okay. We don't need that game anyway. That's fine. UU versus ICT. Let's see this game real quick. Not bad. All I see is the same team on each side. Like, actually the same team. Like, it's actually the same team. What's going on? That's fine, though. Let's see what he leads off with. Arrow's great lead versus him. This could also be the rocker, though. Cobalian's probably the rocker. Cobalion lead, though, not good for you at all. Goes out to Entei on the Swords Dance. Blunder does SD up. By the way, I just want to see that Blunder's on this side. +2 Cobalion fails to knock out the Entei as Sacred Fire is able to knock him out. That's fine, though. I think Blunder's going to be fine in this game. Crocodile looks like a huge threat to ICT's team. Pursue able to knock him out. I'm assuming it's Bandit Crocodile. I saw Intimidate. Cobalion. I love Blunder so much. And it's actually not. Potentially Dread Plate. As he's able to get off the Earthquake on the Shukaberry Cobalion. And he doubles out into Aerodactyl on the next Earthquake. Maybe he didn't knock out the Crocodile. Maybe it's bulky Crocodile at that. So Aerodactyl comes out. Sylveon is a switch. And Sylveon's Aerodactyl is actually a pretty big threat to Blunder's team now that I look at it. As he taunts there as opposed to... Well, it makes sense though. He didn't want him to get up Stealth Rock. But he does have a spinner. So I don't know how I felt about that. Especially because now he can just fire off a Hyper Voice at this point. Tentacruel comes out, gets crit. I don't think that matters. I could definitely see him. I mean, he has no reason not to throw off a Scald right here. Because it actually hits everything on his team. And Blunder doesn't have a switch. And the dude decides to double out, though, into Aerodactyl. Not the best play because Hyper Voice is actually a roll on Aerodactyl. It can actually 2-hit KO it depending on it. Yep. And he actually ends up getting the Hyper Voice roll. I play enough Yu to know that that's a roll on Aerodactyl. Easy predictions. Yawn. So, Cobalion comes out. Good sack on his part going out to Crobat. Crobat can definitely live the Iron Head and can either Brave Bird him or go for the Roost or even Defog if he wants to. As he goes for the Swords Dance. Very good play on ICT's part as well because what it does is it actually forces Blunder to Brave Bird as opposed to potentially defogging right here. And that does, however, put Cobalion in range of the multiple priority moves that he does have. So, Abomasnow is going to come out as he decides to go Crawdaunt. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Blunder actually ended up Mega Evolving. Not sure how I agree with that if it was max speed Abomasnow because it does outspeed Crawdaunt. But Abomasnow can live one hit because it is Abomasnow after all. And it can definitely knock this thing out with Seed Bomb if it wants to. Goes for the Wood Hammer though. That might actually pick off Blunder with the recoil. Doesn't end up doing so. This might just be an Entei sweep. Hold up. Because Sylveon comes out. Gonna get hit with the Ice Shard. This is definitely... I love Blunder so much. He's talking so much crap too. That's the best part about Blunder. The fact that he talks crap. And at this point, Entei could definitely come in. And Tentacruel should be 2-hit KO'd by Bandit Sacred Fire. So we do see a Protect. Good play. Stalling out the Sacred Fires. As he goes right for Flare Blitz. Oh. Maybe he's trying to 1v1 with his own Sylveon? Not sure. Or, yeah, because that's potentially what Blunder could do. I mean, Flare Blitz also doesn't miss. And it is stronger. It also still does 2-hit KO as you see right here. So, he should be able to outspeed this Tentacruel and 2-hit KO it with the next Flare Blitz. Yep. And Cobalion has to come out. And if this is Rocky Helmet Crocodile and it goes for close combat, it will die regardless. So, let's see if it's actually Rocky Helmet Crocodile. Crocodile comes out. It could be defensive, so with Rocky Helmet, I'm assuming it might be. Crocodile does live that. Do we see the Rocky Helmet? Yep. And Sylveon cannot live the onslaught of all the Mons. Blunder actually just have to go for knockoff here. He could Earthquake as well, but knockoff. Knockoff is able to get rid of its leftovers, and he can just click Earthquake. And there's no way the Sylveon can definitely recover versus his Entei and his own wish-protecting Sylveon that does have leftovers. I'm about to give you guys 30 minutes of just Blunder smacking his opponents. So, let's see if he fires off a Sacred Fire. Kind of difficult playing unpredictable. Not bad. And he gets a crit right there just to end it off. So can't even play off the miss. And that's going to be game. Not bad. Not bad, Blunder. I see you and you putting in some work. Gen 5 OU though. Let's see this. Versus Blazing X. Oh. Alright, so Blunder's actually on, well, he's not on my O, but he's using, I think we were on the pokeaimMD recording before, so he's actually using Whitney. Shout out to Whitney. I can respect that. Love Whitney. I know Blunder's team, kind of, I think it's Scarf Garchomp. He loves Scarf Garchomp in this. So, let's see what he does in this black and white game. Keldeo versus Hydreigon lead. Great lead for Blunder. He actually hard switches directly into Tyranitar. I'm assuming, predicting the Celebi to want to come out. As he goes Jirachi as his Keldeo switching. What? That's definitely not a Keldeo. Even if it's Spadef Rachi, that's, especially if it's Spadef Rachi, that specs Keldeo. It gets 2 killed by Secret Sword. So, that was not the play Blunder was expecting. Doubles back out into Skarmory as the dude goes for sub. So this might just be sub Calm Mind or sub Iron Head Fire and Punch, Body Slam Rachi. Throws off a Fire Punch. Yep, it is the Fire Punch set. And burns the Skarmory on the first attack. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let's see what else happens. So, Jirachi actually tries to flinch him to death. Understandable. I'm sure Blunder's trying to go for Roost here or Whirlwind. That's the play he should make. Blunder's saying, so you already know he's frustrated at this. I think I remember this game, actually. So, the dude goes for Iron Head again versus the Skarmory. I guess it's understandable. I mean, it's in his chance to flinch him. And the fact that he... Well, it's not in his favor to flinch him. Well, it is in his favor to flinch him, but the fact that he's burnt, it also brings him down. Goes for Body Slam versus the Keldeo. Gets the para. This Body Slam Jirachi is 100%. And let's see if he fires off either another Iron Head or Body Slam. He's actually going for sub, trying to break through the process. And the Keldeo gets full parried right there. Okay. I don't even think I want to watch the end of this. I'm pretty sure I know what happens. Blunder already lost Skarmory, which is his main answer to Terrakion. And he already lost Keldeo, which already put in a lot of work. Goes for sub 2, which is the best play too, because if the Keldeo does end up getting full para, it is definitely his play. Wow, 7% dies. Okay. So Garchomp is going to come out. The dude should go Landorus right here. Blunder makes a nice throw, predicting the Landorus, I'm assuming, as the dude decides to stay in and go for Body Slam on a Garchomp. Okay, I can't see this. I already know what happens. Blunder definitely gets haxed out. Another Body Slam on the Latios. Does it paralyze the Garchomp? No. What's going on? Yeah, the dude, I'm assuming, makes the Landorus play now. Yep. Definitely should have made that play before, but obviously it worked out for him. He's getting off so much chip damage. Holy crap. Thankfully, though, even though Skarmory is burnt, it does give him the opportunity to roost up here, especially because in this generation, in Gen 5, they do run HP Ice over Stone Edge. So, Skarmory can definitely roost here. And if it wants, I think he can still win depending on... Scarf Garchomp can still win if he can get up enough hazards to kill Keldeo and get rid of Landorus. So he can definitely still win. As Hydreigon is going to come out. This is going to be an issue though, just versus Blunder's team. His main way is Tyranitar, and if this thing does have Focus Blast, or even Surf, it just sits to its healed. So, goes for Dark Pulse on the Skarm. Does he flinch it? As he flinches the Skarm, I'm assuming he went for Whirlwind or Roost there, and he needed the Skarm healthy enough to take on Landorus, because he doesn't have good switchings for that. So gets the flinch right there. I'm assuming Blunder just tried to type LOL. As he Focus Blast on the Tyranitar switching. Great play on his part that gets the crit. That didn't matter at all. It wasn't Choppleberry. And if it was Scarf, it died anyway. As Garchomp can now come in, and he doubles trying to predict the Landorus to want to come out. Let's see if the opponent actually makes that play. He does go out into Jirachi, the Garchomp. I don't agree with that, because if Garchomp went for 2 Outrages and got a 2-turn, it could potentially knock out Jirachi, and then he could sweep with Outrage potentially critting. But let's see if this Body Slam is 100%. Nope. Fails to get the Body Slam pair. I'm really thinking Blunder wants to double out predicting Celebi, but at this point, he's so far in the back. It's just so scary for him to do so. So, yeah, fires off another Surf. That looks like Specs damage as well. Could be Bell, but I'm assuming it's Specs Lottie. Specs Lottie was crazy in Gen 5 because it could kill everything, but doubles back out into Jirachi on the next Surf. So for some reason he went Jirachi. Why? I don't know. But he went out to Jirachi right there, and Jirachi goes down. So that's his immunity to the Dragon move. So potentially he could still win with Guard Chomp. I believe Blunder tries to predict the Landers to want to come out there, which is why he went Amoonguss, because he could get off a Spore on everything. The dude decides to go outside Dragon because it beat 2 of the 3 of the Mons. And Skarmory is going to be going down right here to the Dark Pulse. And I think if Blunder wants to win, he actually has to crit everything with Outrage. Oh man, I feel for Blunder in this game, man. This is why Thunder Wave is the best move in the game. Obviously, Body Slam is just a scald version of it, but goes for Dragon Claw, smart play. That gives him more opportunities to click Outrage later. And what he can do is just sack Amoonguss right here. Maybe hoping it won't be 2-hit out by Earthquake, but Amoonguss is actually, wow, 2-hit. That did so much, holy crap. Actually did so much. So what he can do is sack Amoonguss, go back on the Guard Chomp, and I think what Blunder has to do is just click Outrage and yeah. I mean, you still have potential to win if you crit every single move. I mean, I fell for Blunder in that one. I definitely fell for Blunder in that one. Let's see what else we got here. Why is this man bringing Baton Pass? So Blunder versus Sugar High, otherwise known as the Jam Bad Slayer, on the other side of the field. And it is definitely Baton Pass. I hope Blunder crits. That did so much too, and he got the defense drop. Lovely. The thing about Drapion is you can't actually crit it because of battle armor. That does so, and he got another defense drop. It's over. It's over. It's over. Gastrodon is gone. The chain has been broken. Sai about to get Ice Beam right here too. Keldeo comes out. I don't see any switch-ins to a Surf at all, and Sandvale is banned. So I see no switch-ins. Gliscor died because Gastrodon died, and this should definitely be able to kill everything if it's Specs. What can this thing do? Acupressure? That's like the only thing. Yep, it is Acupressure. I'm assuming it's Acupressure Rest. So he is going to be able to knock it out with the second Surf. Nice close game. Okay, I see that. I see that. Not bad. Blunder avenging himself. Let's see what else we got down here. Monotype Random versus CBB. Oh, I'm gonna look at this one real quick. Looks like we got Electric versus Water, or potentially Ice versus Flying. Nope, it's Flying. Gets Ice Beam on the switch, and beautiful turn. Beautiful turn on Blunder's part. Amazing. I didn't know how he knew how to Ice Beam that Thunderous. But Sleep Powder from Butterfree is going to come through. That's the one immediate turn of Sleep, so Blunder does have potential chance to get the first turn Wake right here. As goes out to Frost Ice. Okay, so it's definitely Ice versus Flying. So the advantage is 100% in Blunder's favor, and Frost Ice is very fast, so it could potentially outspeed everything and Ice Beam everything. Except for this Flying type. Hawlucha comes out, gets the Flying Gem, boosted Acrobatics. Doesn't matter though, it doesn't knock him out, and Ice Beam barely picks on the KO, as Blunder makes a very solid play by going on to Auroras, because it does get up the hill, and what he actually could do is double onto Frost Ice if he wants to. Let's see if he makes it. Yep, on the high jump kick. CBB does not care though, doesn't fall for it, but at the same time, Hail is now up, and Hawlucha is gone. I miss CBB, man. As the Jinx, as the Skyman comes out, this is actually Scarf Jink, it's over. He said, ugh, should've kissed, whatever. Well, Ice Beam kills everything. Very nice play on CBB's part, sending out the Staraptor and close commenting the Auroras upon switch, and I mean, it hits everything anyway, and Jinx probably died. It is actually Life Orb, so I'm assuming Jinx died. Regardless. Oh, the king himself comes out. Something's gonna die right now to Ice Beam. Goodbye to Skyman. And all he has left is Life Orb, Staraptor. I'm assuming maybe Specs or Life Orb Thunderous? That's Life Orb, and Walrein does not care. Ice Beam knocks Walrein the tank. Holy crap. Show me what's next. And Staraptor has the Brave Bird right here. Or Quick Attack. Okay. That's good. He doesn't want to take any extra recoil. I can respect that play. Lapras is gonna come out. Force him to get some defense drops. Lapras actually eats it up, and Lapras can also wake up if it wants to. He does get the first turn Wake, and he's able to knock him out with the Thunderbolt. Didn't even Ice Beam, and that is game. Beautifully played on Blunder's part. Oh my god. Blunder's my friend, guys. Let's see Blunder versus Nelson. Do I want to watch this? Like, so whack. Like, it's Clefable Slowbro. And if it's Thunder Punch Metacham, let's watch it. Alright, Ferrothorn lead, great lead on his part versus Slowbro. It could have Fire Blast, but it also lives it. I'm assuming Blunder's just going to get up his hazards right here. Maybe a Spike or two. Gets up his Stealth Rock, so maybe that Chomp is SD Chomp. Goes directly into Garchomp though on the opposing Stealth Rock. And this could potentially be SD Life Orb Chomp if that was actually... Goes hard into Cobalion. Hard into Cobalion from Heatran. And he has a Slowbro. It is SD Chomp though. Why did he go hard into Cobalion? What? Oh, because he's Magnerized. Oh my god, get played, Blunder. Why'd you go hard into that though if you just clicked Earthquake? Okay, Nelson. But he does have the Fire Fang, and that barely misses out on the KO. It is SD Life Orb Chomp, yep. And what he could do is actually sack his Ferrothorn here if he wanted to. Ferrothorn doesn't potentially beat... I mean, Ferrothorn can also still Thunder Wave if he does have that. So, goes on to Latios on the expected close combat. It should be able to live this very comfortably, actually. Well, not too... considering, all things considered, that's +2 stab close combat. So he's able to live it. And I'm assuming he's just going to go for the Surf here if he does have it. Goes to Recover. Very nice play. Expect him to go out to one of his many counters. He does have Clefable and Heatran to take it on. So it looks like it's not Surf. Does go out to Clefable though. I'm expecting maybe on a Toxic. Very solid play on... That's extremely... You guys don't know how solid this play is on Blunder's part. Because if this Clefable had Thunder Wave, that Slowbro had Thunder Wave, now they... Clefable doesn't care. Very, very, very good play on Blunder's part. So we see the switch out into Rotom on a potential taunt exposing. Yep. And now all he can do is just safely fire off a Hydro Pump. I don't see a good water resist on his side. Dodges the Toxic, as he also dodged the Will-O-Wisp, so... or excuse me, dodges the Hydro Pump as well as he dodges the Toxic. That's fine. Still good plays on Blunder's part. That he's definitely going for Hydro Pump. As he is able to land the next one, nice. I can 100% seeing that Thundurus being an issue, though. Because Blunder's team actually lacks speed control. I guess he Volt Switches predicting the Clefable to want to come in. Which makes absolute sense. And as Medicham is able to get in, and he should not have Protect on this Heatran, so he could probably just Mega Evolve right here. Fire off a Thunder Punch if he has it. Because it should be able to knock a Heatran in that range. Yep. Nice Thunder Punch, predicting the Slowbro. Gets a crit. That definitely mattered, even though it would have 2 KO, but amazing. Amazing for Blunder right there. Absolutely amazing for Blunder, as Clefable is going to come back out. And there it is. That's why he paralyzed. That's why he toxic the Clefable. So... that did so much, holy crap. So he can fire off his own yellow color, and this Clefable plus like Life Orb Chomp in the back, they can all beat his own Clefable. So I'm assuming it might be, why is that doing so much? Is that Life Orb Clefable? Obviously it's Magikarp, so you wouldn't see the Life Orb, but that's doing a hell of a lot of damage. What the hell is that? Finally gets the full para. I'm assuming he's going to start commenting up. No. Yeah, that has to be Life Orb. How'd you do that much? Let me see no leftovers. Yep. It's definitely Life Orb Clefable. Goes for the Calm Mind now because he didn't decide to go out to Heatran. And it might be over. It might actually be over. Because Heatran doesn't tank this well at all. It's 2 KO'd. It should be 2 KO'd. Or close to 2 KO'd. It's actually 3 KO'd. That's fine though. That's still fine for Blunder. That's actually better for Blunder now. The Heatran actually has to decide between Taunt and Lava Plume. And Blunder does throw off a Moonblast. And the next one might be able to KO it depending on rolls. So if he wants to Taunt here, that's fine as well. Blunder has no reason not to throw off a Moonblast though. He doesn't have to fall for that taunt. Yep. And he does get the roll, able to knock out the Heatran while Clefable is still at full. His own Clefable is paralyzed. The only way I could see this dude winning is if it's potentially not Life Orb, but it's Leftovers Nasty Plot Thunderous. That's the only way I could see him winning, because Life Orb gets beat down by Fake Out in its own attacks repeatedly. So lets his Garchomp go down. I guess that's an okay play. I don't know how I feel about that though. I guess Latios is also better now, the fact that the Clefable is paralyzed. So Psyshock should be able to 2 KO everything, especially because it's Life Orb. Let's see. Clefable, I'm assuming it's Eevee to take 2, but again, it didn't take it that well at all. He goes hard into Medicham. Hard into Good lord, Blunder, calm down. Hard into Medicham. Goes for the Fake Out. That does enough to the point that Zen Headbutt might actually be able to knock him out. Goes for High Jump Kick though. On the Thunder Wave from the Clefable. Ooh. As Ice Punch is able to knock him out. So at least Clefable's gone. I don't know though. If this is potentially Dual Dance Landers, it could be a problem. Let's see. Right for the Earthquake. Fails to pick up the KO. Let's see if he breaks through. He does. Ice Punch is able to knock out Landers despite the Intimidate. It was a crit, but I don't think that mattered at all. And I think it comes down to if it is... Yeah, because Latios does die. It comes down to the Thunder Reset. If it's Life Orb, he can still win. So he has to Psyshock here. That's his best play. He does go out to Thunder Reset. brings it in on the side shock though, so I'm not sure if he actually has life orb. He might very well be. Oh my god, it just died. And that's, what the hell is that, Specs? How'd that do so much? Good lord. No, it's not Specs. He had recover on it. Huh? How'd that do so much? Good lord, Blunder just won with my boy Lottie. Okay. Alright, we got one more game though on Blunder's part. Yeah, we'll definitely get one more game. Let's see this one. Nice Nidoking, okay. I like this. Let's get the last game. Let me know, by the way, if you guys like this, because I can definitely narrate my friends all the time. I love narrating I love watching Jamvad's Blunder's replays, and just hyping the hell out of them. So, Clefable versus Keldeo lead, great lead for Blunder. He could just fire off a Thunder Wave if he wants to, despite the fact that he does have Mana Zone and Metagross in the back, but he goes right for the Hydro Pump. Very, very bad for Blunder. Blunder might actually end up going for the softball here, though, predicting him to predict the Starmie. No, goes hard into Starmie. This is probably Scarflanders. Yep, definitely Scarflanders, because he does have the Clefable on that team. Clefable on these types of teams, guys, when you look at it, it's not going to be Calm Mind. It's usually the Stealth Rocker. It's typically the Stealth Rocker in these types of teams. Which might not make too much sense because Mana Zone does trap the Steel type, so it could very well be Calm Mind. But it's usually on these types, especially if it's Scarflanders, it should be Thunder Wave Stealth Rock Clefable. So throws off a Scald, gets a burn on the Clef. Doesn't matter. It's not unaware anyway. It's Magic Guard. And what he can do is just go for Recover right here if he wants to. Recover does allow him to bring it in on Keldeo so many more times, as you do see the Stealth Rock. Now, technically, Starmie can beat this 1v1 if it doesn't get paralyzed enough, and he can just Rapid Spin away the hazards if he wants to. Mana Zone does come out as Rapid Spin does go off. Nice. So Starmie's back at full. Still does allow him to come in on Specs Keldeo. And what he could do is actually throw off a Scald, predicting the Flash Cannon. Amazing play. Does not work out at all for Blunder, as he's able to go right for the Thunderbolt and knock him out. But Nidoking can come out, and Nidoking can definitely get a kill with potentially Ice Beam right here, or Sludge Wave or Earth Power. Goes hard into Keldeo on the Ice Beam, the predicted Ice Beam. Great play on his opponent's part. Ooh. Clefable is going to be sacked here. I think the way Blunder wins this, if he does end up winning it, is going to be with SD Scizor, but he has to get rid of the Mana Zone. He actually went for Thunderbolt there. Wow. So, Thunderous does come out. He doubles out into Nidoking, predicting the... definitely not the Landers. Actually, to catch the Landers. Is he Scarf as his own? Why do you do that? As he doubles back out into this. I guess he was trying to predict the Clefable to want to come out, but the dude goes for U-turn. And I don't think it's Scarf Mana Zone. I think it's Specs Mana Zone. I mean, it was outsped by Starmie, but the thing is, Starmie outspeeds Scarf anyway. So if this is Focus Blast or Superpower, he is able to knock out Mana Zone. That's huge. Scizor actually has a good shot of winning now. All he needs is a little bit more damage on the Keldeo in order to win. So Scizor ends up coming out right here on the knockoff. Very, very good play on Blunder's part. Again, bringing this thing in. And again, all he needs is a little bit of chip damage on Keldeo right now. So I'm not sure if he Roost or U-turn. It might be U-turn because he does have Nidoking. Yep, it is U-turn. And again, it's SD U-turn. So that can definitely win late game with just a bit more chip damage. Thunderous is going to come out. Let's see if he goes Risk the Landers. He should go Clef here. Yep. Goes Clef on the Hidden Power Ice. What is this? Is this Expert Belt Thunderous? I'm not even sure. Should have knockoff, shouldn't it? Oh, either way, it gives a free switch into Nidoking, and now the dude does not have a switch into Sludge Wave. Even if Landers comes out, it's just one step closer to losing to the Ice Beam. So he can actually throw off one if he wants to here. Yep, it is the Life Orb Ice Beam. Barely misses out on the KO on Latios, as he is going to go out to Scizor, risking the Scizor. Wow, on the HP Fire. I don't know if I would have made that play if I was Blunder. I think Garchomp did nothing this game, so I would have sacked that. But he risked that Pokemon right there, as Thunderous can come right back out. I don't think Blunder can win this one now. It's alright though, we'll see, we'll see. Garchomp is going to come out. I guess it prevents him from, like, sacking anything? I don't know. But he can still potentially win. He can definitely still win. Let's see a nice double. Doubles into Nidoking. Very solid double on his part. And it looks like it's actually Scarf Garchomp. Hold up, Blunder might have set it up for Scarf Garchomp to win. So Nidoking is going to come out. It can easily click Sludge Wave here, because Metagross is also outsped, so he can click Earth Power after. Good play though, forcing the 50-50 between Earthquake and whatnot. Does Mega Evolve. Let's see if he goes for an Earth Power. BP comes out, weakening him for Stone Edge. And he goes for the double Sludge Wave. Oh, man. So Ice Punch is able to knock him out. And I think Blunder loses this one. Yeah, Scizor was definitely his way of winning. I gotta get another one, though. Yeah, he said good game. That man knows he won. Straight up. That man straight up knew he won. So, it's okay, though. We'll get another one for Blunder right here. We'll get another one for Blunder. Blunder can win. I gotta show a tour game. That's when Blunder plays at his best. ABR versus Blunder. Let's see this. There's a Diggersby. Alright, so we'll play this one. ABR versus Blunder. Heatran lead versus... Look at what Blunder's using. Suicune. It's my boy. Love that mod. Landers versus Heatran. I wonder if ABR has like 3 answers to this. 4 if you count Scizor. So he shouldn't stay in with his Heatran. Good. I'm glad that ABR isn't one of those players that thinks that that beats it. That Heatran is invincible. So you got CB in the side chat making a little bit of plays right here. Okay. So it goes right out into Heatran. As this is actually a big problem for ABR's team. If it is, excuse me, sorry about that. You got a Stealth Rock on the... This is actually a pretty big problem if it's actually Earth Power Heatran. Because even though Rotom does come in, it gets burnt and toxic. And honestly, I think Calm Mind Suicune just wins the game as well. ABR's been known to run weird stuff on his Scizor too. We actually saw him run HP Fire on his Scizor in a tournament match. So let's see, Heatran come out. Does land the toxic on the Latios. I don't know if it's Surf Latios yet. We'll find out. There is indeed a Surf. That doesn't even matter though too much because Heatran actually can just get in on some good doubles and still recover a bit. So while Heatran being Whittled is actually a little bit bad for Blunder, he actually does predict him to go for the Defog right here. Very solid play on his part. Gets up the Stealth Rock again. I think it was just for that one turn too of extra poison, as Blunder is going to switch out into his Suicune on potentially the Surf or the Psyshock or Draco, as he does throw off a Surf. And what this does is it actually puts Avian in a position if he wants to sack the Latios to get rid of rocks. Let's see what he does. Doubles back on the Heatran on the predicted Draco, as he does go for Defog. So he does sack the Latios to get rid of rocks, but Heatran, like I said, Heatran's one of the Pokemon that you get it in on a double and it starts getting back its HP or its leftovers. So goes out to his own Heatran. ABR likes to run Earth Power in his, I'm pretty sure, like from what I've seen. So he doesn't risk that. Goes hard into Landers right here. Great play on Blunder's part. And Landers has the Liberty, I'm thinking it's Scarf, to Liberty to go for knockoff or U-turn. Again, very solid play on his part. Not trying to drop momentum right here. U-turns out into Tangrowth. And if this is Assault Vest Tangrowth, it does get a knockoff. So it is Rocky Helmet defensive. Can he hit a Sleep Powder? Nope. Yeah, as the dude ends up going for a double knockoff. I guess he wants his Landers to go to sleep. Makes sense since it's pretty much set up fodder for Scizor. As he is going to go out into his Rotom Wash right here. Okay. Very good play on his part, predicting the Landers so want to come out most likely on the double to get momentum. Very solid play on ABR's part. I commended on that play. But he can U-turn out into potentially Tangrowth or Latios. Latios is actually great because if it's HP Fire, Earthquake, or Surf, it just puts in so much damage versus ABR's team at this point. So Latios comes out. Scizor's going to come out. Let's see if he has HP Fire. Saving it though, going out to Heatran, as Scizor is going to Mega Evolve and go for U-turn. Okay, so it might be SD U-turn, it could be Pursuit Scizor. Again, ABR runs some weird Scizor sets, so. But Heatran's still getting its leftovers back. That's why I don't think it matters as much. He does go for the rocks right here, as the dude ends up going for his own rocks. So rocks are now up. That Rotom, that Landers is going to be chipped. That Diggersby is going to be chipped, as he can go right out into his Latios right here. I'm assuming it might actually be Surf Latios. Very solid play on ABR's part. He knew that his Heatran doesn't have. He knew that it didn't have the Earth Power right there, so he went for Lava Plume, excuse me, predicting switch. Very good play, but Scizor is going to come back out. I guess ABR is 100% convinced that this Latios is not running HP Fire, which makes sense because Tangrowth could probably have HP Fire, and Heatran also helps, and Scald in the end of the day can do it. The thing is, guys, at this point, like if Suicune comes in at any given point in time, if it combines up once, Rotom doesn't beat it. Beats Rotom 1v1. It beats Heatran. It beats Scizor if it burns it. It beats Diggersby after Combine. So, I mean, it's a good play bringing out Rotom, but I don't know. Because he can afford to go out to Heatran here and just, or even Latios. I was trying to say Tangrowth, not Heatran. Like, ABR is keeping up momentum with Volt Switch, but Rotom is being severely weakened. Scizor comes back out. Let's see if Blunder has the Tech HP Fire. Nope. Still doesn't have HP Fire. Going out to Landers, which is a start of play because he's not letting Heatran take any chip on the U-turn, as ABR does Roost. It could be SD Roost, but I'm assuming it's SD Roost. Let's see. No, he goes right for U-turn. So again, very solid play on Blunder's part. That actually puts Scizor in range of, I think, Surf into Draco, if I'm not mistaken. Rotom is going to come out, and let's see if Blunder goes back on the Latios, or Tangrowth is actually a good play too. Latios is always the play on the Volt Switch. Again, he was locked into Earthquake, and it's more than likely Scarf Lander. So again, good plays all around. But Scizor, will you reveal the Tech HP Fire now? Nope. Right back out into Heatran on the expected Roost. No, it goes for another U-turn. So now Scizor is actually in range of being 2 KO by Surf, 100%. And Heatran's still alive to the point where it can just click Lava Plume or even Toxic on Rotom if it wants to. So Goes back out into Latios right here. It is a good opportunity to recover if he wants to, as Lava Plume is going to get the burn. No, it does not. Nice. I'm just so used to seeing moves like that burn. So it gets up to recover. The thing is, though, if it is Surf Latios, again, like I said a few times, if it actually Surf, it beats him. I mean, it wins with Psyshock and the Draco as well, because Heatran is like 4 KO'd by Psyshock, and Scizor dies to Psyshock plus Draco Meteor, so this isn't too bad at all, especially with Rotom being so low. Latios might put in work, and this Lava Plume is not... The lava is cold today, it seems. Yo, I hate when people say that about Scald, man. Seems the water is cold today, huh? Yeah, what about the lava, huh? Gets the burn right there, but either way, Latios can still roost it off. So let's see if he ends up making the Scizor play. No, on the expected roost. Nope. Like, this still beats the Heatran 1v1. And again, Suicune is just in the back. That's my favorite Pokemon. It's just in the back, chilling. Straight up in the back, chilling. Wait, we can make this dark? Hold up. Clean? Oh, that's kind of clean. Hold on, we're making the end of this battle black. Not bad. So Latios is now in a range where Heatran cannot beat it through crits either. And again, he can just spam Psyshock as often as he wants to and 1v1 this thing. It's actually not a 4 KOL. That does a lot less. What the hell type of Heatran is this? Why is that Psyshock doing nothing? It usually does more than that. It definitely does more than that. I'm going to run a physical defense on this Heatran. I don't know. Finally reveals the taunt. Not sure where that was hiding during this game. But Suicune could come out if it wants to right now. Yep. This is a perfect opportunity to bring out Suicune because it can literally click Scald and potentially burn something. As he goes for another Lava Plume. And also pressure with the roost that he's been going through. He's also stalled out a bunch of Scalds. Excuse me, a bunch of Lava Plumes, the Fire Lava Plumes. So what can happen is he actually doubles back out into Landorus. Very solid play. More than likely expecting the Rotom one to come out and knock it off. As he goes for Earth Power right there. Regardless, this is a good play because he can knock off an item right here if he wants to. And he ends up knocking off Heatran's leftovers. I'm not sure how I agree with that because Heatran ended up going for the double Earth Power. And what this does is Heatran doesn't have its leftovers. It also allows the Landorus to be spared. So as an Intimidate fodder for the Diggersby. So very solid play bringing in Heatran on the Lava Plume. Let's see if he double Lava Plumes on the Latios switching. He does double Lava Plume. Nice, nice, nice. But he can still roost off the damage, so... And I'm assuming Scizor is going to come out now? Yep. This is a good opportunity for Scizor to roost because Latios is 100% going for the roost right here. I'm still liking the way Blunder's playing. I'm liking he got rid of Heatran's item. I don't think I would have allowed the Heatran to get knocked off. But at the same time, I probably would have sacked the Landorus, to be honest. But Scizor decides to go for roost right here. Again, Heatran's going to be able to go for Lava Plume if it wants to just to get back more HP. He doesn't have to predict the Heatran because every single time he forces it in, he forces it to take Stealth Rock damage. And there's a taunt on Heatran. Again, he got like 2 turns. So double taunt on the expected Lava Plume right here. Very, very good play on Blunder's part because it allows him to also live Bullet Punch from Scizor at +2. So very, very solid play. As Latios is going to come out. Very good play on Blunder's part. I commend him on that. Very, very good play. And again, Heatran's in range of... If it switches out again, it's not going to be taking anything. So let's see. There's a Scizor upon switching. Nice. I mean, Diggersby in the back is definitely looking scary, but as long as Tangrowth is alive, I don't think it cares, especially because it's physically defensive. So Heatran is going to come right back in on the Scizor. Let's see if it decides to SD up right now. It does go for the SD, but because of that previous turn, I don't think it knocks out Heatran at all because of the double taunt. Yeah, and ABR doesn't think so either, so he does opt to switch out to Heatran. But again, look at that Heatran. It's no longer becoming a switch in a Lati at all. Blunder could even go Suicune here or Latios. Latios is still a fine play. As he does go for the Lava Plume. Gets the crit on Latios. Wow. I mean, it was bound to happen, right? He made the play repeatedly, so it was bound to happen. Still good on Blunder's part, though. And what can happen here is you can go out to Landorus. I think Blunder still can win this game. Goes for the Stone Edge because it does knock out the Heatran. And it also hit the Rotom. But Diggersby can come out if it wants to. If it's SD, this could be bad. If it's Banded, I don't think it matters. Goes up to Suicune on the potential return or Fire Punch. Yep, there's the Fire Punch. Very, very good play on Blunder's part. That looks to be banded. If they run Fire Punch, they're usually banded. So, very good play on Blunder's part because he could definitely roost up if he wants to. Or rest up, excuse me. So there's the rest. And now this Diggersby is never, ever, ever going for the Fire Punch again. Like, it has to click return. Tangrowth is actually Blunder's play, which is very smart because since it's U-turn, Scizor, it's not a win con until it's the last Mon on the field. Diggersby comes back out. I'm assuming a Landorus is going to be sacked right here because it does absolutely nothing this game. Scizor actually ends up coming out on the return. And I think if it Mega Evolves, it might actually be able to tank this. Let's see. He does not tank it. Ooh. Goes out to Tangrowth though. Tangrowth can definitely eat up this hit if it wants to. As ABR does acknowledge that. Goes out to Scizor. If this is HP Fire though. And he does predict the Scizor upon switch. Very good play on Blunder's part. Getting rid of the Scizor. I think that was ABR's last chance of winning too. Because Giga Drain is 100% going to knock out this Tangrowth. Even if he gets the... well, obviously he can Pain Split up and then he can Will-O-Wisp it. But Giga Drain is going to do so much. Like, look at that. Look at that damage. Beautiful. And all he has to do is switch out. Very solid play on Blunder's part. I love how patiently he played that. Very good play. And he can go out to Landis on the potential Will-O-Wisp or the... But even if he brings out Landorus on the Will-O-Wisp, the thing is, doesn't Heat Rain just outspeed and click Lava Plume now and knock out Rotom? So, very good play on ABR's part going for Will-O-Wisp right there, but I believe Heat Rain just clicks Lava Plume, knocks out the Rotom. It also should outspeed Diggersby if it is Adamant Choice banded, because max speed Heat Rain is typically, especially when you have double steals like this, you usually run max speed Heat Rain because SD Scizor could definitely be a problem, offensive SD Scizor. Gets the burn on Diggersby, but that didn't matter at all, because unless... Tangrowth was not dying, was what I'm saying. So he 100% won right there, and ABR is going to concede defeat. So great game on both sides, definitely, and I'm glad that was the last one I decided to narrate. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm sorry I couldn't get up a showdown live, but I hope this works for you guys. And yeah, later, guys. Bye.